Here we go. So see both teams starting off in these starting areas. We'll see if how big of a push they make towards the end of the map. We see some PvP pressure applied by Matt and Ghibli and Brunt going down to this area very quickly. Seen some teams utilize the jump boost potion to get above this and then fall down. But let's see if anyone else is down lane. Nobody's down lane for second round pick. They're all in the starting area. So let's see what their way of getting across this is, since they decided not to go below. And then we'll kind of keep track of, see if there's a cannon being built over here. We'll keep track of Old School Cool as they make their way down lane. Gotta disable achievements. So let's see who's able to make it. Bunnies is able to make it across this area. He has these resources from this chest, and it gives a decent place to shoot at from spawn. We should see teams getting TNT supplies and then making it back to that corner to fire off a cannon. Somebody in chat post the game rule to turn off achievements so I can copy paste that. Thank you. Brunt is doing this really like sketchy bridge on the end of the lane. He was lucky not to be shut off, but he has cover from Thungan. We have 3 people down lane for Old School Cool. I wonder if both teams agreed not to use that chest, because that's something we've seen before. So if we don't see any cannons for it, that's probably what it is. Or just that neither team is prioritizing cannoning it. Ghibli has hopper minecarts, TNT minecarts on her. Let's see, she's gonna do a diagonal TNT minecart cannon for this. That is really nice, and it gets all of the entities. That was really easy to set up too, and very consistent. On the other side, doesn't look like second round pick is cannon that. Ooh, a really nice cannon by Brunt up here. Yeah, that stops any cannons from the surface right here, destroys that chest, and really stops them from putting pressure on this area. Yeah, that was a kind of weird diagonal, Docta. I think you have to hit it. I thought you had to curve the rails at a certain angle, but you didn't have to. Brunt's able to make it down without Hive being able to see him. So he's down here. He's pretty safe to get these get this chest now. Guess let's see what's going on elsewhere. We have nobody at the beginning. Usually we'll see teams in this resource area. So we have Matt down here collecting the iron. Looks like Khan has already gotten the iron here. Has some potions. Is going down to, oh. Okay, let's move on. Second round pick. Alright, see how Brunt is doing on this side. Bunnies is over there. I think Brunt was able to get those resources. Let's see. Or he died. What? And it looks like Bunnies did a very similar TNT cannon, but he left the entities. So it looks like they were able to take Brunt out over here. Maybe he had trouble with the mobs, because there were a few mobs down there. So let's see if he's able to get back to that stuff. It's pretty unfortunate, but looks like both teams aren't going to have that chest. See what other people on the teams are doing. Thungen in here with Brunt, who's back. His light resources on him. Let's see what bow that is. It's not enchanted bow. Tonko's back at spawn. And let's see what Khan's doing. Khan is starting this first part of second, well, the main part. Okay, up here we have Matt. Let's see what he's setting up. A way to get down. I'm not sure how he got up here. But it looks like he made a way for the team to get back up. So I'm not sure if Hive knows that his chest is blown up down there. This top of the mountain is a really good spot for shooting at the second PvP. It looks like he's watering this entire area for some reason. I wonder if he's gonna set up a cannon here. Let me get that game roll real quick. Let's watch Tonko. Sorry about that. Okay, so we have Matt up here. We have Bunnies and Hive. We've seen them in their previous game switch up here between who's cannoning, but really wanting to control this area up here. Let's see if Khan has made substantial progress. Let's see, he is doing this resource area. I guess because he lost that other resources, he was forced to do this one. Let's see with that what he does. Let's see, so we have Bunnies and Hive up there. Matt's on top of this. Contesting them, we have a bunch of squid spawning in this water, which is nice. Looks like we have a Matt threw some stuff down here. Let's see what Ghibli is doing. Looks like she's setting up a pass run for the second ISO run. She can get that by bridging along this area and then reaching along the back. Let's take a look at Tonko. He's here at spawn. I know from his previous games he did, he's doing the ISO part of second also. So he's probably just applying pressure over here and then waiting for his opportunity to get his pass around and do that. Looks like he's died a couple times. This area is pretty exposed, so you're probably gonna die if you're just shooting here with low gear. So we have Khan making his way to above third. It's interesting that we have 3 members over here. Looks like he made an enchanting table, or they were able to get it. And they're gonna enchant some bows over here if they, or combine bows, because they lost their enchanting table. So it seems like Matt's plan is just to put a bunch of pressure on these 2 above third and to counter cannon any cannons that seem to go up around that area. Thungen in this area still. Looks like he's getting a bunch of blocks, maybe for a third run. To enter third, it's kind of complicated. You have to go through ISO up into this tree area and then around. There are some extra resources in here, but I haven't seen teams really prioritize that. And then you have the vertical where you can Icarus or just bridge. Let's see how Ghibli's doing. Yeah, so Ghibli is making the bridge around. She's doing it with only the glowstone here, so she has to continually make blocks to get to this pass around. So that's going to take her a while to do, but she has the stuff passed around for her to finish that ISO part. In terms of wool progress, I don't think either team has any wool progress at this point. They're still in the gearing up phase and trying to set up the infrastructure for cannons. Brunt has this cannon set up, which is for this platform for the entrance to first. We've seen it pretty strong if the team is like bridging directly up, but we've seen teams do this staircase bridge to get there, which is a lot safer. But with Brunt destroying this area, it gives them a better shot for this bridge. And he's able to get some of this staircase. So you have Hive moving a little bit earlier in the map. Not sure what he's doing there. Looks like he's trying to put pressure on Matt. Still unsure what this water is being used for. Maybe just to prevent cannoning of this area. It looks like Thungin is starting his obsidian dig. His efficiency 3, so it'll be a lot better than what we've seen previously with just regular stone picks. Another benefit of this cannon up here is that you can just continually destroy this area if teams try and set up in this section. So it has that kind of dual use. And it kind of stops the victory monument run. Dr. Ramsey is streaming the other one. He should be live. Should be twitch.tv/IamRamsey. Did I turn achievements off? And so it looks like Matt is able to successfully cannon this area. I wonder how much they lost from it. They had their entire setup here. I wonder if this is a adaptation from seeing the 2 previous matches that second round picks had on this map, and seeing that they like to base up here a lot and do this tunnel. But that's a really good cannon. They're forced to move the bed too and their stuff. Dungan's able to get around this obsidian dig. Now he has to go up and down these vertical pieces. This isn't too bad as long as you're not being pressured heavily. But with the support that Matt's providing, he should be able to do it no problem. Especially because there's no like safe surface spot for second round pick to have to shoot back. So it looks like Ghibli is going for that third run, judging by her tunnel over here. Gotta be careful because of the mobs coming out here, but other than that, Because there's nobody in this area and Brunt is providing support from above, she should be able to get this wool pretty uncontested. Looks like for second round pick, Tonko is running this second wool. He's like 3/4 of the way done. So they should have that soon. Let's see if he does the water trick that we've seen to obsidianize this area to stop the wool from going through. We have Khan in this area. Let's see how he does this. He has a knockback sword. Matt entered the void lane. Let's see if that was intentional or not. This side. That does not seem intentional. Thungan's able to make progress though. He's getting power bowed, but as long as he's able to block up. Let's see if he gets lavaed here. No, he's good. But Bunnies is looking to set up a cannon right now, so he's pretty exposed right there. Don't think he has a... Does he have a water bucket? No, he just has boats. And he did a good job at retreating there, but he ended up dying anyway. So we should see Bunnies setting up another cannon for this stuff, and Old School Cool is going to have to start over with this wool. We saw Khan taken out this lane by zombies. Don't know, looks like he was trying to go above. I'm not sure what happened here, but looks like some of his stuff went into the void. Tonko is almost there. We have Brunt still at the end of the map. Bunnies and Hive, we've seen where they're at right now. Let's see if he got the entities. Not yet. And then the only person unaccounted for is Thungan and Jobly, who's doing third right now uncontested. She's doing it super safe too, which is good. It's not really necessary to take any risks if you have enough blocks to do it safely. What she can do is just pass around above or just come back down her pillar. Let's check in on Tonko. Oh, we did see him. He died. A lot of deaths this game so far. A lot of deaths to PvE. Let's see what Matt is doing right now. Like if they were to make a power punch bow, which is super strong on this map because it's only so many blocks wide. It looks like he's given up trying to defend that area because Thungan also died. Maybe he's getting some stuff from Brunt right now. He has a lot of stuff on his inventory. He probably wants to put that in a chest in case he dies. But he probably has a bad setup here. Looks like there's no progress so far on second round picks side for first wool. They did attempt to do second. Tonko is in a position to hit the button. And Ghibli has the first cyan wool. That's one wool for Old School Cool. think she's trying to determine if she can pass it around or not. To about like half a wool for our second round pick. Yeah, so it looks like she might try and pass it around. And this is kind of like the result of the cannon pressure that Brent was putting on this area. There's nobody here. Coupled with like the deaths from Khan, Tonko, they haven't been able to like maintain a presence in this area. Khan is collecting blocks. So is this a flambeau? Yeah. Punch one flambeau. One lucky hit with that and can potentially knock Brunt out of the world if he's jumping. He did a nice thing putting this back rail here. And he has water, so it shouldn't really affect him too much. Especially because that angle is really, really difficult to hit. Yeah, it looks like we only have bunnies here. He's farming some wood for himself, getting snowballs for blocks. Tonko's back on the surface. Let's see if he set anything up for this past round. Yeah, we saw second round pick do this in a previous game. Could probably activate this by shooting it or tossing an item on it. But we didn't see them use it because they just had somebody run down here and press it. So hopefully we'll be able to see like how they use that. And it looks like Ghibli has made the pass round over here for third wool. She going down right now? Yeah. Now we have Thungin and Matt shooting all the way across the void in a firefight with Hive. Punch one, flame one. Versus regular bow. And flame one and power and punch one. So I think we know where everybody is. Again, the match limit is 60 minutes. At that point, if neither team has all three wolves on the monument, we're going to take the team that has the most place on the monument at the end. You didn't miss much, Humblers. Old School Cool has third wool. Second round pick has done the main for second wool. And Old School Cool tried to do this first area, but they were killed. So it's 1 wool to 0 right now. So we have Brunt continuing to stay in this area. Applying pressure on this long strip over here. Ghibli was coming out of third as we saw earlier. It looks like Matt is, or Khan is getting this chest up here. Looks like he's gonna make a piston bridge to get down lane. It's a really far spot to do it from, but I think they give enough pistons are given on this map to. Oh, he'll have to break it. It's gonna take a while though for them to do that. Bunnies is up here, just getting things prepped for when Old School Cool does start running this wool again. We saw Matt up here, who was voided was putting pressure on that area, but since he's no longer up there, Bunnies has the ability to kind of reset up what he had established before it was cannoned out. Matt looks to be going back to third. I don't know if he's passing off the TNT or trying to get more resources from Brunt. We shall see how that plays out. Take a look at Tonko. Tonko's setting up a pass around for stuff for this ISO part of second wool. But once he does have those blocks, he shouldn't have a problem doing this. He was taken out by Ghibli, and he got some of his stuff in that chest. It's pretty unlucky timing for him because there's not really many spots to shoot this at. Like you don't really see it from all the way up here. Gonna have to be looking for that, but if you're like along any of this ISO part over here, you're pretty much guaranteed to see somebody making progress over there. I see Ghibli running out. Looks like she's gonna get back to her pass around, where she's able to load off her stuff. She has potions that she didn't use, so she might be looking to run second main at this point, or they can use those resources for first wool. Now Khan is collecting more resources. Looks like he died up here. Trying to get this bridge established to get back to second. He doesn't have that much gear though, so I'm not sure how like likely it is that they're gonna be able to get this. I meant first run off with cannon pressure from Brunt. Take a look at Matt Susan. Looks like he's trying to make a safe way back to this water. Looks like they want to make an attempt to get this wool, or get started on it at least pretty soon. Looks like Bunnies is setting up a rotator, probably able to hit a bunch of different spots on this outside facing part of first wool. Should be pretty useful in the future, and getting that prep means you don't have to build it as they're running the wool. But also prepping it means it's able to be cannoned because they know where it's set up from above. Yeah, so we're just to recap wool count. For third wool, we can go with second round pick. They have no progress on third. They've done second main. They're working on second ISO right now. Tonko is trying to go under. And they have no progress on first. For old school cool, they have third wool. They don't have progress on second on either side. Or yeah, it looks like Ghibli's going for the ISO part, and she's just voided by Khan. Or yeah, by Khan. So they're working on the ISO part right now. They started first but died. Now let's see if Khan's void was just passing stuff around for himself. Yeah, looks like he got that stuff back. He's a pearl. Probably used in third, so that's probably where we'll see him go next. So Brunt still on this area with the cannon set out for the bridge to first buy second round pick. We see bunnies on the other side for a second round pick, doing similar thing. It's up there. Hive also up there. Looks like who's starting this wall? Thungin is trying to restart this wall. But the pressure of Power Bow, so like Punch Flame. Yeah, Punch Flame is going to be really difficult. We have Matt back up here. He does have TNT supplies, has buttons, no water, so he's going to have to do a dry cannon to hit these cannons. But let's see if that pressure is enough for second round pick to stop this run. Yeah, so it looks like Matt, like the first thing he's gonna do is try and take out this rotator. Got flamed. He needs to be careful not to get punched. Because if he's not careful, he'll just get voided because he's so high up in the angle. And he also has no back railing if he's on the top. Let's see what Khan's doing. I know it looked like he was prepping for third. Oh, he's right there. He didn't even use the pearl. Looks like we saw Tonko collect the second wool. So he should be out shortly with that. Who is shooting from down here? Ghibli is back here. The one thing Matt can do is if he times it right, he can also hit their third runner. The wool boxes are indestructible, so there's no real risk of hitting that. But I think Matt has a punch bow, so a really good shot with that punch bow. He can void Khan. Khan does look like he has enough blocks to do this completely safely, so he doesn't have to risk dying. So let's see if he's able to get that. Dungan looks like he's making his run, while Bunnies and Hive were a little bit distracted. But Khan was able to get that. There's a really nice patch run spot that you can do behind the back there. Ooh, that was a really nice cannon shot by Matt. It buys Thungin enough time to get past this part. And this is really big because the next part that he does is on the back of the lane, so he's pretty safe for this. He has to loop one more time to do this section on the front, but other than that, after you get past that part, the risks aren't that high. He has boats, he has doors, so he should have this next part pretty easy, especially with Matt being able to cover and stop the attempts at cannoning him. Take a look at Brunt, still by this third wool area for Old School Cool. Shooting Tonko, who got his pass around for orange. So they're just going back and forth. Let's look at the second wall progress. I know Ghibli died on this last part right here. She was able to block this off, but she hasn't made an attempt to come back. I think Khan's death is intentional there. Let's see if he passes stuff around. Yeah, he did. See more cannons by Matt, further messing up this area. Let's see where Thungan is. He's about to start this last part exposed to second round pick side. Yeah, without the threat of cannons, the only real pressure Thungan's going to be facing is like the power and punch flame bow that second round pick has here. Has a water bucket for the flame, but taking repeated power shots is going to be really difficult to stop if he does get hit. See another nice cannon by Matt, forcing bunnies to move all the way down lane, which makes the angles to hit Thungan a lot harder. We have Hive like relegated to this area in this tunnel that they dug, so he can't even shoot properly from there. And this looks like a cannon shot like hit the blocks that we're blocking here. And Thungan is around that last corner. So he's going to do some boat stuff to get around here, as expected. The last threat is the Silverfish area where we've seen Khan. Where did Khan? I think he died on purpose. Which we saw Khan die too, that Silverfish. Okay, so it's getting a lot closer. Both teams have third wool. Second round pick has second. We haven't seen progress in second main for Old School Cool. We haven't seen progress on first for second round pick. So it looks like that's why they sent Hive over here. Oh! And what did he die to? I don't know what he died to, but he was on fire and he was voided with all the TNT. That's pretty rough. You definitely want to stash some of that TNT in case you die, because that's like your main reason for being up here, to stop the bridge and to stop the run. And that's going to be a lot harder without TNT. If Tonko and Hive trying to shoot Thungan from behind because they realized that they didn't have any good angles from up top here. They were forced to run all the way around the map to do so. And as long as this is done properly, Thungan shouldn't die in the Silverfish area. And again, Matt's using countering this area, exposing this water, making it really difficult for bunnies to get back up here if he wanted to. We're at 40 minutes in, we have 20 minutes left. Second round pick needs first, and Old School Cool is pretty close to being done with first, so they'll just need second. Looks like second round pick is rotating all their players all the way back around to third. I'm probably splitting up what minimal resources they have. They have to get ready for a second or first will push soon. Looks like Khan was taken out. He was trying to run back with two of the wolves. Let's see what Ghibli's doing. So it looks like she's setting up. She's doing second main right now. Didn't look like she set up anything here. She placed this glowstone, but it's still, the wool's still able to go into the lava. Let's check Thungin's progress. Slowly making his way through this part. Look like he's opting to not kill the silverfish and just run back and have the silverfish void. Matt is still putting a lot of pressure this high angle up here with the cannon supplies that he has. Really destroyed this area. Let's see if he's able to build something to further destroy this area. No water bucket, so a few flame shots could be pretty bad for him if he takes them. Tonko is pretty close. I think Bunny was able to get off a cannon. I'm not sure if he was trying to hit Matt or he was trying to... Ooh, that was a really nice shot. I'm not sure if he was trying to hit Matt or trying to expose the silverfish. But yeah, Matt's been able to cannon almost every cannon that Bunnies and Hive has set up in this area. Let's look at Khan. Smelting. Let's check Ghibli's progress in this first area. Decent amount of progress, still kind of towards the beginning, so there's still a while before they have this. And that's the last wool that they need once Thungin gets this. Total wool count is Old School Cool has 2 wools right now, or well 1. They're about to have this wool. Both teams have 3rd, and then second round pick has a 2nd. But second round pick hasn't started 2nd at all, so they're pretty far behind in that area. Were they running first? No. Yeah. And here we go. Bunnies has destroyed all this. Let's see if Thungin's able to escape. We've seen the silverfish claim a lot of lives. Could this be another time? Will we see it happen? How low is the... Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my... Oh. So close. Oh, that wool is hilarious. That does buy second round pick so much time actually. It's still untouched. Yeah, Darkness, this is a best of 3. This is the first game. So we're gonna have potentially 2 more games after this. We have 15 more minutes in this one, so gonna see how that ends up. Doctor, please clip that. So it looks like a second round pick is going to make a big push for first right now because they stopped that first run by Old School Cool. And the only thing they need is first, so they can allocate more resources there before Old School Cool is able to get back in first and start running it. Let's take a look at Ghibli. Looks like she's hitting the button, but the wool's going into the lava. I don't know if she thought she blocked it off properly, or she's gonna set up some sort of obsidianize and make this stone to stop the wool from going in there. Yeah, that looks like what she'll do. The hive around this area probably be sent back to third just to just for any runs. Did Matt die up here? No, looks like Matt's still up there. I don't know what this stuff is. Ghibli was shot by bunnies. She does have some wool there. Is there an explosion or a cannon? Oh, there was a cannon. Bunnies with this nice diagonal right here to hit this area. Pretty nifty cannon. And it looks like he's trying to get the entities right now. If he does hit that, they're gonna have to rerun both sides of this wall. About 12 minutes left, a little bit more. Ghibli was taken out by a skeleton. Con fell from a high place. And Bunnies was able to take it out. They also messed up their watering, so they actually have to run this part before they run this part, and then run this part again. Or the wool's just gonna go into the void. Chance it lands on there, but we'll see. Thungan is very close to where he was at. Got about 12 more minutes in the game. Neither team has wolves placed on the VM. Bunnies killed Ghibli one more time. So the wool count, both teams have third. Neither team has first, although Old School Cool has a lot of progress. And then second round pick has second. So second round pick is technically leading right now. Kun looks like he's making a push to get the wolves on the VM. Yeah, they're pretty close to first right now. As long as there's no big mishap again for Thungan, should be good. And he should be able to pass that or just toss it. Looks like Ghibli's getting spawn killed by bunnies. That's the last wool that they need. And Thungan passing that wool off. So we're now at 2 wolves to 2. Old School Cool has a lot of progress on second, but they kind of have to rerun it. No progress at all on first for second round pick. So the only risk really Old School Cool has of losing is if they don't get the wolves place on the VM before second round pick gets theirs. Because this will, I don't think they're going to be able to run it in 13 or however so minutes left. In 9 minutes with Brunt over here, even though he doesn't have TNT. So it's pretty much a race to place those first 2 wolves. Looks like they don't have TNT, so Hive shouldn't be able to counter these. Looks like he's getting a bunch of blocks. Ghibli. Okay, Matt is pistoning the wall into the VM. It's pretty safe. Let's see, yeah, Khan is using what little blocks he has to try and make this safe. They can't dig from under like Matt did because of the threat of Brunt cannoning them, even though we know Brunt hasn't had TNT for a while. We have that lime placed on there. That's the only one Matt has. They do have orange. Let's see if Ghibli's close. Or they don't have orange. They have cyan. Let's see if Ghibli's close to orange. Doesn't look like it. I think they're coming to get this pass around from here. Or is she just shooting? Yeah, somehow second round pick's able to get up here, place 2 wolves, and Old School Cool only has 1, then a second round pick would win. Looks like we have some cyan there. Looks like Ghibli's getting light from here. Yeah, or cyan. So it should be game over unless anything crazy happens here. Ghibli's swimming as fast as she can up this one by one. Thing is, I don't even know how much TNT. I think this is the extent to what second round pick has, and it's too far on the other side of the map to where like they needed to make that call to cannon VM a lot earlier. Unless Bunnies is going to build something right now, which he might be looking to do. They still have to get up and play something. It's definitely possible. The old school core has the 2 on there. So for second round pick to win, they need to place both of the wolves and cannon at least 1. See, Matt didn't have water. Is he trying to get the water over here? No. Let's take a look at Bunny's cannon, and then at the same time Khan trying to make progress over there. Ooh, this is a really big kill. Bunny's gonna have to destroy his bed to spawn right here. But like the amount of time he has to sort his inventory to set up the cannon, and he only has 3 minutes to do it. Looks like Khan, he has the bridge set up. Just needs to place the wool. Cyan is really far over here, but I think they might be able to jump and place it below. Bunnies was taken out again. He has 2 people. Maybe Thungan's also coming to shoot at him. Ooh, and the nice counter by Matt. Is this cannon? They don't have a second wall on the VM, or do they? Oops. That was a big mistake. I think they did cannon. I think it was placed on top, right? Yeah, if they're able to place it back, then it's fine. Trying to find the end match. Yeah, air end match. Yeah, so they have this place back, so it's fine. We have 1 minute. Yeah, they should have had water over here a long time ago. Yeah, 30 seconds, so Bunnies is getting pelted. They have to like dry something or yeah. Ooh, that was a really close game actually. GG. Yeah, definitely. If I know second round pick had their rules quicker, they just didn't place them on the VM. Got Evergreen next. We're on to the second map, Evergreen. We'll give the teams a moment to collect themselves before they join their teams and ready up. This is match 2 of the best of 3 that we have. Old School Cools won the second. Yeah, won the second map. Yeah, so we should get into this pretty soon. Do a flyover of the map. Just for people that don't know, we have a resource area below spawn. Let's see what's in this chest. Some potions, enchanted books. Yesterday, Doctor. Let's see, I'm gonna look at the results. Old School Cool did win, and I believe it was this match. Old School Cool versus... Yeah, it was Evergreen. It was their first match that they played. Yeah, that match was actually, it was kind of close. There's some big mishaps. Second round pick got a really early lead, and Khan started running second. He got to like right here where he died, but Old School Cool was struggling to get past the bridge for a while. Yeah, this map plays a little faster than Half-Life. We've seen matches average like 30 to 45 minutes on here. So hopefully we'll get a little quicker match. The really deciding factor of this game was the early kill on Khan last time they played, and then the cannon control that Old School Cool had above this area. And also the first wall runs were pretty rough on both sides. Khan was able to get his after like a single death, but then Ghibli and Matt, I think 3 people from Old School Cool tried to run first and died. I did not see this before. Just so you guys know, we also have another match going on at the same time on Twitch TV / I am Ramsey. You can multi-Twitch this, or just have both streams open if you want to watch both at the same time. I think we saw second round pick go for this TNT chest, set up a cannon and counter cannon those resources. Should see if they go for that again. It would give them a slight PvP edge. Yeah, it's 1-0 right now. Ghibli's team is up. Just waiting on teams to ready. Oh, the other match? Yeah, I'm not really following. Okay, we got one team ready. We're waiting for the second. All right, here we go. Match 2 of the best of 3. Old School Cool is up 1-0. Let's see how the start looks differently. Con with the early armor take. See how fast they get this bridge done. Saw Matt going down before to resources. It's an early shot on him, which is pretty big. Matt is getting pelted with arrows. Let's see if he hit the slime block jump. Fall. Pistoned the redstone block off and broke the TNT chest. Wow, that's kind of insane. And survived. 3 hearts. It's like Tonko's making the bridge under no pressure at all. It's like Ghibli was shot. Let's see what cannon Matt has. It's like Tonko's down lane already. Khan is going to go down lane. This is pretty similar to the prior match that these teams had. Taking out the 3 iron blocks. The baby iron goes boom. Matt's collecting theirs. Let's check down lane. So I don't know if Khan did these resources before he ran second, but there was a really early second run with the pressure that they had. Let's see if he does that again. We have Hive and Tonko shooting here. Bunny's in resources. Look, he has iron already. Matt doing resources for Old School Cool. So is he trying to hit these resources, or what is he trying to hit? Diagonal for this diamond and gold. So second round picks lost 3 iron blocks there, then a diamond, gold block, and then another iron block. Bunnies was able to get enough for a set, and then these enchanted books and potions. But we have Brunt covering over here. Ghibli coming down too. Where's Thungan? Thungan is... Did he get the TNT supplies? He did, and he countered. So looks like Thungan was the only one down map for old school cool. Second round pick has 3 at the beginning. Let's see if Khan does his early third run or second run again. Now this is pretty critical because if Khan is able to get this run off, it like makes canning this area like really unimportant. So let's see if he's able to do it. Again, he died down here the last time. And Thungan is back with a power bow shooting at him. So it won't be as easy as before because he made it pretty far uncontested. Got Brunt coming up. Where's Matt? Matt has some of the armor that he got from First Resources. Khan is pretty close to where he's at. Hive has rotated over to put pressure on Thungan to give Khan enough room and time to run. But this is exactly where he died before, so let's see. This is a very similar situation to where he was before. Matt, with resources, was able to get over here, and their team was able to shoot at him at this point. Khan really needs to get up before Matt is able to build a cannon. So see if Hive is able to put enough pressure for this. Oh my... This is exactly where he died last time. When he tried to rush second. Oh, that is like really big. What is Khan like repeating things from previous matches? He didn't do the silverfish thing, but happened multiple times in that game. So the big issue we saw last time was that second round pick was under geared because they invested in this rush with the light resources that Khan had. And then the death meant they weren't able to get enough gear to rerun this full at all in that match. I think Hive is going down lane to check for his TNT. I don't think they saw that Tonko like ran over here and cannoned it. Or not Tonko, Brunt or Thungan. Yeah, so they don't have that TNT to work with anymore. We saw Ghibli run this wall in Enchanted Diamond. So we'll see if that happens again. And we also saw this cannon from Bunnies to mess with the glass down here. It's a lot more annoying to deal with. Looks like Matt got these resources over here. Probably start anviling with his books that he has. Got Tonko. Hive was down map. Khan was similarly down map. Let's see. A lot of focus was put on this area by Old School Cool. Looks like they're gearing up right now. Thungan's here. Where's Brunt? Okay, Brunt is shooting Hive. Looks like Matt is getting the gear ready for Ghibli. I wonder if she'll run second again. So Khan did a similar thing. Previously, when he died in first, he came to these resources to get them. And then I think he ran first after that. So we'll see if he tries second again or tries to run first. Because they lost that TNT at the end, and the TNT advantage that Old School Cool has, they weren't able to really control this top area very well. Really good stop on Matt from firing this rotator. Just makes it really hard to do anything up here once these start getting cannoned. I don't know why this command isn't working. If everybody's sleeping in a bed over here, Matt, soon. Thought I was able to talk a bit earlier. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's on there. Big grip. Hopefully it doesn't give away too much. Looks like Ghibli's about to start second here. Yeah, again with this cannon control and 3 to 4 people in this area, I'm gonna be really hard to stop Ghibli from running this. We saw Thungan do a similar thing last time. He's gonna start third right now. Is this Osh? No, this is Tonko. Tonko's starting it similarly on second round pick side. Now there's an interesting dynamic here. The first team to get across usually has pretty good advantage because you have the other team has to do it safe, and then the other team has to try and shoot like while they're trying to bridge across. So it looks like they made that second round pick made that adaptation from the last series where they're going to run it at a similar time. Yeah, so the tunnel that they dug through with the shovel in this area, just creating no safe space because there's dirt, and then Matt's just continually cannoning it. Let's see what Khan is doing with the resources he had. Still above this area. Previously he ran third in their prior match. Very nice counter cannon by Matt. He's putting in work to stop anything bunnies and Hive are trying to do in this area. Yeah, I think the only way second round pick gets a kill on Ghibli is if she really messes up or it's a cannon kill. Bunnies is trying to build a rotator over here. I think that window for him to hit something passes when she gets past this part. So it'll be interesting to see where this hits. Especially with the water she has. It's pretty nice. Got Hive hiding again. Yeah, I was gonna suggest that like Khan being in this area isn't really... Oh, he's over here. I don't know if it's doing too much. I think running first and then trying to be able to lock down from there might be a little better option for them at this point. 24 TNT on bunnies. But yeah, shooting with this armor, I don't think it's doing much. Let's take a look at third. So let's see who gets the bridge off first. Tonko's going up. And looks like Thungin's going across. How many blocks does he have? He has a lot of blocks. I remember seeing Ben's team like water along the back and then just swim up the water. Yeah, they do. I think it's like their only really big chance of killing her is right there. Once she gets past that, I don't think they'll have enough cannon control about going up. But Khan is getting cannoned out. Very close by bunnies. And she's at a spot where she can't water herself. If he's able to fire that one more time, but Matt is down here causing issues. But it seems like they did invest in like setting up this lava so that it's really difficult to traverse. Ooh. Is that a counter by Matt? Yeah. Drippy's at 1 heart right now. Bunnies was shot by Matt. Looks like he blew up his cover and he was forced to run away. Oh, oh, Bunnies was so close. The TNT is still there, which is probably the most important thing. And now it's gone. So I think this hope of... Oh. Just shot through the thing. That's a big rip. Let's check back at third. There probably won't be much progress there for a while. The thing about Tonko's route is that he has the height advantage over Thungin over here. It's gonna be a little bit easier for him to shoot. And he has more blocks to build off. And he probably won't be dealing with the mobs on these platforms, but then you have the blaze up here. So I don't know if it's what his route is from there, maybe going directly across. But we'll see that. There's definitely not one team getting it for free and being able to hold that a little longer. Hive is at 0 HP. I'm not sure how much TNT second round pick has, but it's very limited at this point. With the top being cannon up there, with Bunnies losing his in that resource area. Yeah, Matt's team is 1-0. This game is still going on. Did you just come in here and ask that earlier, Humbers? Gosh, keep up. Looks like it's just a bow fight over here. Matt has like 5 cannons set up over there already. Bunny's up there. Let's see what Khan's doing. Yeah, it looks like Khan's starting this. I think this is really good. He has potions on him. If he's able to make progress on here, he'll be able to stall the other team's run. Take a look at third. Slow and steady for both sides. Try not to take any risks because a death here would be pretty big. It's pretty funny. Is there any pistons Thungan has? There's one more. He's doing this pretty safe. He can destroy the pistons and continue. Yeah, no wolves have been run yet. Hey, Humblers, you like this fire? It's from your texture pack. Matt's team has control of the second area. Looks like Hive died with more TNT. Don't know how much more they have left. Both teams have made progress on first, but oh, it looks like Chipley's back in here. Oh, she got her stuff back. That is really nice. Yeah, Khan died at this bottom part. Chipley died over here, but she was able to get her stuff back. And Khan, both teams are running third, and Khan for second round pick is running first. Unless he's down here. And he usually bridges around this part and goes behind the back. Let's take a look over here. This is gonna be a pretty big run by Chipley. So we saw this area take a while because Bunnies had a cannon that messed with the lava. So let's see if she's able to get around this corner safely. She have the golden apple. She still has the health pot. Does she have torches? No, but she has a pick. Torches seem pretty useful for this part of the wall. Let's see how much TNT Matt has still. Almost a stack. Brunt is in this area shooting also. Let's see. Hive with 21 TNT. Like Ghibli is going to start that part. See any progress with third. Tonko starting to spawn, getting in range of the blazes. Being slowed down here is actually kind of big because the blazes are going to cause a lot of problems later. Dungan's able to make progress with his pistons. I think he lost 2, which is kind of unfortunate. Look like they have a pass round set up. She has some torches on her. She has doors. Should be good for this final part. Hive has a cannon set up for this vertical that's watered. In both of the previous matches that they've played, that second round pick has played on this map, Hive would use a piston cannon for have that pre-set up for this vertical. It looks like Khan died. Let's see where. Got down here. Got over here, in this area. Oh, down here. It's pretty rough. Yeah, so yeah, he used to use a piston like pusher cannon for this vertical, but now it looks like he's opting for like an actual cannon. He'll have more control over it that way. I don't know how consistent the piston cannon was because I never saw them use it on stream. Wonder what that was trying to hit this. Con died again. Ooh, a little long on that, but that cannon looks like it'll be nice if it actually hits. Helmet broke. It's at 5 hearts. Con, looks like Con is still pain looping first duel. Let's quickly take a look at third. Thungan die. It looks like Thungan died with this stuff. Looks like Old School Cool has opted to not run yet. And hopefully Matt will be able to pressure Hive into not being able to cannon that vertical. Oh, that was really good. Wow. Let's see. Where's Bunny shooting from? He's hitting a bunch of shots. His health pots, half health. Don't judge, don't judge. Got all the entities, I believe. I think Hive is, yeah, doesn't have a bed. Very nice. So this last vertical is the only thing that they need from this wall. Whenever I said a player was safe, they ended up dying, so I'm not going to say that. Bunny's taken him up by Matt. All of his stuff is gone. That is the second set of items that Bunny's has lost to Matt's cannons this game. Yeah, second round pick is very low in resources at this point. Con is pain looping this against withered skeletons with nothing, no armor at all. And his actual stuff is down there. So it looks like Thungan was able to get his stuff back, making a lot of progress. Did Tonko die? Doesn't say. I think Tonko died. Or he came out from our blocks. And Bunnies is just YOLO bridging it. Ghibli has second wall. So should be able to pass that around pretty soon. No cannon threat really from Hive. Because they've been cannoned so many times with their cannon supplies. Con. Oh, Bunny's coming out to help Con with this. Bunny's just going everywhere trying to help his teammates with their wolves. So this area is going to be pretty deserted for a while, probably, as Old School Cool begins their first run, and when they start further contesting the third run. Thungin is really close. Is he low on blocks? Yeah. Okay, now it looks like Hive's turn to run this wall, with Matt shooting. How much wood did he have? He had a decent amount of wood. So it looks like a second round pick is trying to pain loop all the wolves at this point, because they're so low on gear. Bunnies was able to make it clear out this area that Khan was having difficulty with, but it looks like Khan was taken out by a silverfish that got in here, probably from above. Tanko's all the way over here gathering blocks for some reason. Let's see where Ghibli is going. Yeah, it looks like she's going back towards first. Could be a decent time for a second round pick to try and sneak second, but you need like something for that. They're desperately low on resources at this point. And Bunny is just going to be continuing to spawn mobs down here. So let's see how close Thungin is. I got Thungin and Matt over here. Matt bringing a few more blocks. Dropping off some arrows to each other. Should have this well pretty shortly. Okay, it looks like somebody died trying to run this. Is that Brunt or Matt? Brunt. Ooh. Looks like second round is prepping the VM lockdown. Kind of their only chance at this point. But they don't really have the TNT to do it, so they're gonna have to be shooting with bows from up there. And it looks like Thungin has the first blue wool. Matt has a decent amount of TNT left. And Khan was able to get back to his stuff somehow. Yeah, but he has really limited stuff. These next rooms aren't too bad as long as there aren't too many mobs in them. So maybe they'll be able to touch this. But I don't know how reliable they're going to be able to lock it down. Brunt died again. Let's see if that's in here. Okay, this is probably the most interesting spot right now. Let's see how Khan does this. This is pretty similar to the previous game on this match, actually. Second round pick was down like a lot of resources, but they're able to get this first wool and kind of stopped old school from being able to run it easily. But they're in a lot lower gear this time. I think this is a mistake by Khan trying to tunnel this. I think you just have to blitz it and light it up. Just gonna be spawning way too mobs to try and even attempt to shoot at the wall. Like Bunnies is full clearing this upper level. Take a look at third. Is Tonko back here? Oh yeah, he's able to make a lot of progress. He's almost towards the end. Probably desperation play at this moment. This bridge is really unsafe. In addition to the work that Bunnies up to here did this work. Hive did this amount of work. Tonko did that up there. Now he's over here, and he's gonna have to deal with the blazes. That's gonna be really painful because Thungan doesn't have too many blocks, but he can get angles over here, and if he wanted over here. Let's see if who's running this. Looks like Brunt's trying to get to his stuff. Ghibli's in here too. 8 hearts, trying to light up. This creeper's really helping out. Bunny's taken out by a cave spider. He's trying to light up this area, but still a lot of mobs spawning. Ooh, Tonko got knocked down. And he was shot. That's pretty rough. Everything going wrong for second round pick right now. Ghibli's on the second room. Matt is still above this area, making sure that second round pick doesn't even attempt a second run nor a VM bridge. Let's see what Hive's doing. Oh god. Somebody clip that. Hive is trying to boat drop down so he wouldn't die. But I think you need to get out of the boat at the end. just to recap, both teams are running first right now. Old School Cool has second round pick. Tried it very early on and died. And then as for third, Old School Cool has it, and second round pick has made some progress, but they've died a few times. Yeah, I think Hive was playing on a different version in his head. See where Khan is out. Continuing to go. Looks like Ghibli's on this next section. This is where I believe she died in their last match on this map. So let's see if she's able to get to the spot and able to do it. Kana has a decent amount of stuff. No armor, but might be able to do this actually. Not sure how feasible locking it down is, but I think he'll be able to get the wool with that amount of blocks. The thing about this wool is being withered is really rough. Pretty much ignores your armor. You gotta be really careful for that. Looks like Brunt is also trying to clear the way behind Ghibli so that... Or is he trying to get out? Let's watch Khan. See how Hive's bridge is going. Infinity Bow. Matt is on VM. Is Tonko trying to get third again? Did he grab it? Looks like he was so close. Dongin is just trying to annoy him. Make his life miserable as he tries to get that wool. Kana's making a little bit more progress. He has this last room to go. Ghibli has made it to this spot. So she made it past where she died before, I believe. These next couple of rooms should be no problem though. Khan blitz it and looks like he has the wool. He has a pick and he's deciding not to pass it around again. I think he should just pass it around. It's gonna be rough. Oh, is it a close game? Game 3? They're on game 3 already? A lot of pressure being put on Ghibli. She should be able to dig in at this point. Let's watch Hives. Hives battle for VM. I don't want to set him. With Tonko still in the block collecting stage, he has 1 on him, so he's doing pretty well for himself. Khan is trying to get out. He's made it past this part, which is pretty good. Oh. Oh. That is unlucky. How did the wool get here? Where's his safeties? You place one up here. Ouch. That's why you pass it around, kids. Is he gonna try? Oh, he landed the water drop. He has 1 bow, but that's all he needs. Did that game finish, Doctor?
Hello.
Hello. Is that game over?
Yep, it is.
Nice. This game is pretty close to over, I would say. Second round pick is up 1, or they're down 0-1 in this series, and Old School Cool is definitively like leading this match.
This is on the Draft Mixer server, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
I feel like Old School Cool seems to really love playing long matches.
They do. Also, second round pick. Half-Life went to match limit. It was kind of close towards the end, with both teams trying to get the 2 wool that they had onto the VM / cannon the other teams. This match has been like Matt just dominating second round pick with his cannons. He killed like Hive and bunnies with their TNT. Destroyed this like all this area on top. I think he's been the only one cannoning, so all this destruction on top here is because of him.
Wow, they've even got a safe pathway to VM already.
Yeah, they do. Hive also has a interesting path to VM.
What is this?
If you guys see.
Are you talking about this giant zigzag in the sky?
Yeah. That's Hive's doing.
What? What in the world? What has happened here?
The last one they need, Old School Cool, is first, and Ghibli's like near the last room, so.
Yeah, she's halfway across the bottom horizontal.
Yeah. Tonko has been having a rough time at third. Oh, he actually got it. It's pretty nice. At least they have a touch. I don't know if you remember, but these teams have played this map yesterday, and it almost played out the exact same at the beginning. So second round pick had an early PvP advantage, stopping Old School Cool from getting across the bridge, and Khan does like a light resources and then rushes second, and he died in the exact same spot.
Really? I was
Yep.
telling Ak about that earlier. That's funny that
It happened again. Oh my.
they,
That was rough.
He
so they
died.
resource denied first resources again.
Yep, they did the same
Wow.
thing. Successfully. Yeah, so second round pick was able to get first, but Khan didn't pass it around and he died on his way out. So there's just some wool entities over here.
It seems they don't have second either, right?
No, they don't.
And Ghibli is just about at the wool box here.
Yeah, she is. It's too big brain, doctor, too big brain. It's a casual tourney. Alrighty, so Ghibli should be getting this wool any second now. She doesn't need to take any risks. It's better to do this safe. They did have some misfortunes with this wool previously, so it's probably safer just to take it slow.
Does second round pick have any cannon supplies left?
No, yeah, Matt's done a good job at denying that from them. They got their cannon supplies above third cannon, and then Matt killed Bunny's and Hive with the cannon supplies.
That's something I've noticed about all of old school Cool's games is that they seem to prioritize this TNT at the end of the map, and it pays off. It works really well for their team to have that extra TNT.
Yeah, it does.
You do not want to let Matt get those extra cannons off.
Yeah,
Basically, as soon as Ghibli gets to the surface, they've got the game. I mean, there's no way they can prevent them from, placing on VM.
yeah, since they have a safe way out.
There's not that much time left, though.
That's true. 9 minutes.
They'll
They
try to
have,
figure it out fine, though.
yeah.
Oh, Hive lost his spot on the VM.
Yeah, kinda unpoggers TBH.
They don't even have a way to get up there to pressure, especially with Matt in this position that he's got.
Yeah. Oh, is Ghibli doing it? Is she gonna pass it around? See, team's kind of underutilizing the pass around. It's pretty strong.
No activity at second.
Yeah, I think Khan has run that twice and he's died both times, so I think he's kind of given up on that. They have nothing to run it with.
Just kind of sitting on VM, poking down at people.
Did Zach's team win the previous set?
They did not.
They didn't?
No.
Oh, wow.
They lost a nail biter on Half-Life.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like they had all three wolves, were at the monument, and just weren't able to place, in part because of some really long punch bow shots by Cheese.
Oh, really? Wow, that's
Yeah.
surprising.
And then they played Evergreen, and it was kind of a stomp. I believe Zach's team cannoned all three other resource sections.
Oh, really?
And then they played Fallen Idols and just kind of got outpaced.
Wow.
So it was a close game, but just generally a close series.
I think the resources helped to turn it in Half-Life because Ben's team got the OP resources and Zach's team didn't.
Yeah, for this match, I think both teams cannon that chest successfully. But I don't think either team was able to get anything from it.
It was crazy because Zach's team had all three wolves and they were at the they were at the VM just pain looping for 5 minutes, and Ben finished first while they were doing that. They just had three people, including Cheese, with the punch bow, and there was nothing they could really do.
Yeah. Let's see, how close are we? 5 minutes.
Ghibli's basically at the last room, though.
Yeah.
Too bad second round pick did not get more Wither Skull drops.
Yeah, unfortunate. Did anything happen with that Wither in that game, or did it just like do nothing?
Unfortunately, it kind of got stuck inside of first. I think they should have spawned it like on top of second. Maybe it would have been more free roaming and could have done more damage.
Like a shocking number of matches this tournament have gone within like a few minutes of time limit.
Yeah, nearly all of them. Ghibli is out on the surface now, so
The map order is for finals. It's Fallen Idols, Evergreen, Half-Life.
maybe Bunny's thinking that they were just, trolling or something, but Ghibli was actually not done. Maybe they could have provided more pressure. Not that it would have probably mattered, but
Yeah.
Kind of funny. Not quite sure what they're waiting on.
Ghibli is giving it to Matt because he did all the work.
I wonder if they're waiting on something.
I think she just doesn't want to get in Matt's way.
I'm trying to just solo swim up the water.
Oh, there we go. Wither action. Where's this coming from? Maybe that's what they were waiting on.
Oh, what? We did get a Wither? Where is this thing?
Wait, where is it?
Nice.
It's by the house. It's going crazy. Bunny's just getting long. Bunny's just fighting the thing. He's not running. Oh, I love it.
Awesome. Worth the wait.
No, it's taking our time.
These things don't have the best pathfinding. They're built for one environment, and that's it seems.
Yeah.
They can go through walls, though. Yeah, I think it's pretty dead here.
GG.
Last death of the game, Thung getting blown up by Wither.